Hello and welcome back to the Armchair's View. Joining me this week is Chalky and Mike. How are we doing?
Yeah, good, mate.
All good.
So, should we start with England?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, what are yours two thoughts over the two games?
Yeah, it's hard to make a real judgment. The teams we've played aren't a high enough quality for us to make a proper judgment. But the Serbia game was better. The Andorra game was a bit woeful, really. Woeful. It was woeful, really. And it's hard to break down a team that stick 11 men behind the ball, admittedly, but we should be doing a bit better.
I think I hear a stat that no one's put 3 past Andorra. I think it's for like 11 or 12 games now. So
that's not bad. It's a weird stat, but it's not a bad stat for them.
I think it was in the commentary. I think.
Yeah. Have they played any on the quality of England?
I didn't look at their fixtures, if I'm honest, so I don't.
So we had 7 shots on target.
Well, saying that, Serbia haven't conceded a goal in their qualifiers, have they? So we stuck 5 past them.
And I still go by that Milinkovic red card was quite...
That was harsh.
Yeah.
So harsh.
Andorra lost 3-0 to Serbia the game before they played England.
Maybe 3 or more, I don't know.
Maybe more than
So it's
three.
only because I've got the stats app from it and it's just popped up here.
Well, the commentator was wrong.
Call him out, Chalky.
Who was it? Probably Dixon, I expect.
Oh yeah, he's good, isn't he? So yeah, he said that Elliot Anderson played well for Newcastle, didn't he? Over the weekend, so there you go. I'll be honest, I didn't actually watch this game. I was driving. I listened to it on the radio and I almost crashed a few times while nodding off. So did it watch as bad as it was?
Yeah. I mean, the only bright spark really was Madueke, and as much as I don't rate him highly enough for England, he was.
Clip that because you don't like him.
What, Madueke? No, he's not good enough. Not really. His ability
good for England.
He's aggressive in dribbling. That's all he is. He's quick and aggressive. And when you're playing a team like Serbia or Andorra, where that's all you need to be, because your rest of the team is going to be quality enough, and he is better than those players. That's all you need.
Who would you have played instead of Madueke? Because arguably over the 2 games, he was England's best player.
He was their most aggressive and brightest spark. Yeah, I agree. But what, on the right wing? Well, I know you normally have Saka, but he wasn't fit. This time, I don't know, to be honest.
I don't even know. You could have Palmer there if he was fit as well.
I suppose if everyone's fit, Madueke doesn't even get in the squad, I don't think. Not really.
The squad?
No, not really. I don't think he's good enough.
I think Tuchel picks him, but I don't know. I think if he could, I think I said to you earlier, like if he could add a bit of end product, like the final pass or like I said, it was good finish against Serbia. But if he could finish that end product, he probably would be quite a good player. And he's still young, so he still might come. But like I said, he has got the energy and he wants to take a man on, which I like.
Yeah.
But if he could just add that little bit more end product to his game.
He's the next best thing after Saka, isn't he? For that type of winger.
Well, that's a bit of a statement, isn't it?
Well, yeah, for England.
In the right wing position.
Of that, cutting in and using his left foot, because Palmer is more of a number 10, isn't he?
Palmer's a 10, yeah.
But who else do England have that can do that?
Would you put Bowen there?
I forgot about him. Yeah, it's probably a better shout.
I'm not going to lie.
If Bowen's got a bit more end product and a bit more...
I want to see Foden capture some of his quality back.
Foden deserves to be in the squad.
No, not at the moment, hands down, no. But I'd love to see him get some of that quality back. Yeah, 2 years ago when he wrecked that Premier League 2 years ago.
Yeah,
he wasn't playing on the right though.
No, he was playing 10.
He was playing 10. He was left, I think.
I thought he was playing 10. That was why he was, because then he moved back out to the.
I thought he was always right winger for England.
I thought he was
for City, when he was quality for City, I'm sure he was off the left because
he was playing 10 because
De Bruyne in the middle.
No, because
I thought De Bruyne was injured most of that season. It was Foden who was number 10 that season because he ripped that season apart because he was the only reason they beat us, Man City, that season. We won 3-1 because we were holding out, didn't we? And then Foden come on, he just turned and he just banged one in and then got an assist.
He needs that like a few games where he can bang a few goals in just to get that confidence back. But I think when you've been in bad form for so long, it's so hard to get out of it.
Well, look at Rashford. He's not got out of it since he's
really.
Been
he's gone. He did all right at Villa, and I don't know how he's doing in Barca.
A lot of people say he did all right at Villa. He didn't stand out, did he? Like Jared Bowen,
I think he was better.
But don't forget, he didn't stand out. But they had that season. They had Asensio. I think Rodgers was doing very well. Watkins was doing all right.
To say he's better than he has been is a low standard, I think. Because he's not been.
I disagree. You can't. To be as better as he had been, if at his best, that's his bar as a high. He was good as.
Yeah, but if you're a League Two
still
player and you're
fairly
playing
decent
the
bar.
quality of a League One player, it doesn't mean you're then good enough to go.
No,
into
but when
the
he
Championship.
when he was playing at his top, he was a good player. What he has been playing,
But he's not been
poor,
at his top
but he's
for
still
4 years.
No. I'm not saying he got back to his top. What I'm saying is he was better than he was at United, which was better.
There's
And then he's
3,
gone to Barcelona.
which he hasn't been great for. He
I
started one game.
haven't watched the
Started
teams.
one game, was pulled off at half time. I think
Yeah,
he's played 3 in total when he started one.
Why did he start that game? Because you assume Yamal and Rafinha would play.
I don't actually know. I just was listening to his stats before the game. And they said he started one and was pulled after 45 minutes.
I saw a few things online saying they were tempted to cancel his loan, which I thought was.
I think that's rubbish.
No, I don't think that would be right at all, to be honest. But
I think Elliot
would you have him for the middle at
Anderson.
United though?
Elliot Anderson, though, I think he really. That is that 6 sort of thing. He let Declan Rice go forward a bit more. I think he's put himself in with a great chance to get in.
I don't think you can
Man
judge
of
him
the
on the
match
past.
twice.
I don't think you can judge him on those 2 games.
He's playing play what's in front of you.
Yeah, but exactly. He's playing a defensive mid in a game where there's no real attacking threat. It's
But he
anyone
moved the
could
ball
look
well.
quite
From
fit.
the game I saw against Serbia,
Yeah,
he
but he had
moved
all
the
the
ball
space in the world. I'm not slagging him off. I'm not
Who
going to
cares?
make any.
It's
I'm not
these
going to make
games,
any
though.
judgment on him from those 2 games. I don't think the opponents
But
were
he's been
quality
good.
enough to
He's
make
been
a
good for
judgment.
Forest as well, and I think
Yeah.
I think you in the games where you do get picked, you've got to make a statement, and I think he's done well in the games that he's played so far.
He's done himself no harm, has he?
No,
Oh no,
he's
no.
but like I say,
Yeah,
then you got
I wouldn't. I'm not going to sit here and say he should be in the
anyone
squad.
keeping Jordan Henderson out of that team, I'm happy with.
Yeah, I can't believe he even got on against Serbia.
And obviously the last
I
Euros-
watched him. He just looked like he's an old man wandering around the pitch. It was horrendous.
well the last year as well. Like I think one of our main struggles is left back. I can't remember who we were playing there now.
Trippier.
Trippier, yeah, and there's so many times where like don't get me wrong, Trippier's probably comfortable on his left foot, but to have a natural left footer there whose first instinct is to go on the left foot is so.
Well, Livermento's not naturally left-footed, is he? But I thought he'd
I
done a
think,
good job.
yeah, I like Livermento. I think he will be in that squad. He's
I'd
He'll
like-
definitely
I'd
be in
like
the
to think
squad,
so,
but
yeah.
who do you think will start at left back? Because he didn't even take Miles Lewis-Skelly in the squad, did he, yesterday?
no, I think
They have
he's
to
back,
leave one
but-
out, don't they?
Yeah, I was going to say. I think that's because he was. I think he had planned to put Skelly on for a game and then have
Did
Livermento
he-
for a full
Not
game. But
keen
he
on
seemed to put, he put
Skelly.
Livermento on, didn't he? Against
No?
No, he's all right.
I don't actually know. Did Lewis-Skelly play against
he,
Andorra?
Andorra,
he played against
Did he
Andorra, but
start, did he?
he came off after about 75 minutes or something.
No, he didn't. One subbed.
Was he not? I
No,
thought.
he played
Oh,
the whole
Livermento
game.
came on though. I thought he came on
Yeah, for Reece James.
for Reece James, right? Yeah. But yeah, that might have been the case if he wanted to put one on for one game for the other, then so just left Lewis Skelly from behind. But obviously Livermento's got the benefit he can play right back,
Yeah,
which is his
Well,
he is a
preferred
right
side,
back,
isn't it?
yeah.
So, but I think if James is fit and in form, I don't think even Livermento's getting in front of him.
no.
And I like Livermento. I think he looked really good.
Would you have Alexander Arnold in the squad?
No.
His game time looking like it's going to be a bit faster at Madrid at the moment. They keep swapping a bit.
Surely that was all. He must have known that because Carvajal was never going to just go out the team without.
Well, that's
a
what I
fight,
mean.
was he?
They reckon he's got having like a real fight to. He wants his place. He's not standing down sort of thing, and he's
Carvajal's a class right back as well.
Yeah.
He
getting
can
on though.
but he can defend well.
the thing is though.
It's
like I
going
say,
forward and going forward is
as long as he's
quite
playing
good.
well, like
Yeah.
To be honest, Reece James has the quality. Good. Maybe
Going
not
forwards.
as good on the ball, but Reece James does have quality in
He has
that
good
final
delivery,
third.
yeah.
His delivery
Yeah.
is excellent.
I think with Trent though, like he can offer you that bit of magic if you need it as well. Like, but then he's got that chance of switching off and.
I think the problem is the difference between Alexander Arnold's final ball and James's final ball. Alexander Arnold is better, but it's nothing compared to James's quality in defending compared to Alexander Arnold's
James
quality
can't
in
stay
defending.
fit though. You can't.
No, I
rely
don't
on
dispute
him.
that. You can't go. We shouldn't play him because he can't stay fit.
I'm
If he's
not-
fit, play him.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying Alexander Arnold should be in the squad or anything, but the problem you've got with James is a World Cup of games every 3 days, 4 days. I don't trust James to be able to do that.
No, but that's
then
if
you've
you've got
got
Livermento behind him. I'd take
Yeah,
James
but-
Livermento over having. I wouldn't put, especially coming on, because defending wise, it's so hard to get into a game defensively when everyone else is up to speed, warmed in,
I
ready to
think-
go, adrenaline's high, and you're coming on going,
Oh,
to
yeah.
catch up.
I don't want to stand up for him because I don't rate him that much as a defender, but you can't just forget how good
No.
of a player he was. But
His passing is good.
if you want to break a team down, Alexander Arnold is probably the man to start.
Yeah.
But if you want to be solid and
Yeah, if you've got a team sitting back and you just want that. What you need that one magic ball to go in.
I don't know. Alexander-Arnold's balls the ones that always come out. Look how amazing his pass are always him pinging it 60 yards over the top to Salah or something. If a team's sitting deep, he can't do that.
But if you've got Saka, Madueke...
but the teams we're going to want to break down aren't going to have enough space in behind for them to chase.
Is there anyone you think was left out of the squad who should have been in it? Or anyone who you think was undeserving of a call-up? Other than Jordan Henderson, we'll probably leave that one because you'll get everyone saying this is leadership. And
I mean, I not off the top of my head now. Again, like I said, the only person in that squad I don't think is good enough is Madueke, but the amount of injuries has given him a chance to prove it. And to be fair, he went. I think he took the games by the scruff of the neck. But like you say, you can only play the team in front of you. But I don't think he's good enough. But he did all right. He was aggressive.
For me, I don't know really, mate.
So there's no one neither of you two think should be in the squad, or should have been potentially in the squad.
I know who you're angling for, but I don't.
It's blatantly obvious.
I don't think you can.
You can't go 3 games.
Yeah, he's had 2
fantastic games. What do you pick this England squad off then? If you're not doing it after 3 games against Andorra and Serbia, who we should win. If you're not having a couple of players on their form,
I think you do a majority of last season, and you take these 3 games into account.
I would argue, why was Anthony Gordon in that squad? What's he done this season or end of last season?
Who did you replace him with?
Grealish, comfortably.
The problem is Gordon's had a full season with Newcastle.
Gordon has only played a game and a half this season.
What, for Newcastle?
Yeah,
because he got sent off. Yeah, but
I'm not saying Gordon shouldn't be in the squad. He's just the first one he popped into my. Who else have we got for a left wing option?
Rashford.
I don't think Rashford. Yeah.
There he gets.
I don't dispute.
Why is Rashford in the squad?
I don't get me wrong. I don't dispute that. But the thing is, I can't make a point with. If I was an England manager, I wouldn't go. God, Grealish definitely should be in that side because he's played 2 amazing games for Everton. In 6 months, I think if he carries on,
Bowen deserved more game time. I don't think Bowen got fair. So it's not just Grealish.
I think Bowen should have started. I think Bowen should have started.
I definitely think Bowen should have played.
Bowen should have started really.
So I just. A lot of, we've had a chat in the podcast group chat where there's 5 of us and 6 of us in there, and Dave, I'll name drop you, Dave. Hello, said you can't pick it off these 3 games. Why have an international break so early then? If you're not picking it off
the World Cup qualifier, Dave.
Yes, so then you've got to go off form. I understand that you'll probably have your starting 11 who are going to play either way. But then making up your squad, why have you got people who are playing crap?
How short do you cut it? You go, I'm picking this England squad off the last week that was played because these 23 players all played the best last week, so that's what I'm going to pick. You've got to take into account.
You're sensible enough to know whether Kane's had 3 bad games start of the season. Yeah, he still gets in for what he's done. But Rashford, I don't think has been good for 24 months. I don't think Gordon's looked particularly great in the last 6 months. Madueke hasn't been great for Chelsea or Arsenal, but okay, he looked good for England.
I'd say he's had a decent start.
He's been okay, and I think. You look like it's not. I'm not just saying this for Grealish. I don't want everyone to think I'm just jumping on. But Grealish has been by far the best winger. I was going to say in the league this season might be a bit of a stretch, but he's created more chances. He's got the most assists. He's won the ball back more than any other player. So what if you want him to sit in and defend? He can do that as well.
I think managers just sort of have their team, don't they? Like they've got their team there, and like I say, I think it will change more throughout the season. But I think a lot of it is probably going off just previous squads and how
that's bullshit. I don't think there should be if you're not picking players off 3 games, don't have an international.
It's like every year, though, isn't it? Like every.
I don't think these international breaks are designed to test the squad. They're just scheduled there because that's where.
But you're playing like Andorra. Why not give someone a go? Like I understand Livramento has started that game. Why not give Bowen a go? Bowen has consistently been good for West Ham for 3 years, 4 years. Yeah. Why didn't he ever go?
I think Bowen suffers from the same thing that most Everton players suffer from. He plays for a team in the bottom half of the table, so many managers write them off. The fact that Branthwaite hasn't made a senior cap yet, I know.
He has made a senior cap.
Well, the last year he was amazing for Everton, and the idiot from Liverpool, Kwanzaa, whatever his name was, Kwanzaa. How the hell was he getting in the squad? He's useless.
What I would say is Branthwaite was actually injured when he went and had surgery. So
Branford was injured for the first 5 or 6 games, but for the rest of that season,
at the end of last season, he had surgery.
Yeah, but there were still internationals in the middle of it, which he didn't get picked for.
He has made 1 appearance for England.
I
don't just want it to turn into us saying all these Everton players should be in.
No,
there's I'm trying to think of more players now who potentially should have been in that squad, but there's a few players who can consider themselves unlucky that weren't in that squad.
Yeah, I think even back there was a time when Prowse was doing really well for Saints.
Yeah.
And he got his move to West Ham. I think he carried on doing well. And like I say, I don't think he really got a look in either. And like
so many managers ignore the bottom half
what he
teams.
can offer you from a free kick close range as well. Like
the thing is, I'd argue with that is that what he offers is set pieces. Whereas we've got Rice for corners, we've got James.
Yeah, but
Rice
this is a few seasons ago now though. Like,
but
I
I
actually
think
Rice is potentially England's most important player at the minute.
I'd say he's been by far the most consistent over the past 2 seasons.
Other than, of course, England's number one is obviously the most important. But
see, I just can't wait for a change from Harry Kane. If I'm honest with you as well. I just
the
watch,
thing I think
so deep.
We'll miss him as soon as he goes, and we'll stop scoring goals. We won't have a striker scoring the
That's
goals.
what I mean. He does always
just
score.
need someone to score goals, but that's all
I
he
just
needs.
hate how deep he drops all the time. But I think that's why that Serbia game, because you had, don't get me wrong, I don't think Gordon was that great either, but you had Madueke and Gordon running off him, and they're quite speedy
Morgan
wingers.
Rogers played really well.
That flick for the assist as well, that was lovely. But yeah.
I think the thing with Kane is he's such a clever player, and when I hear so many people idiots online go, "Why is drops deep?" Well, sometimes when he drops deep, he then plays a pass. He then does a very clever late run into the box, and a lot of times he gets a goal from that run.
He needs runners off him.
Yeah,
if Kane's playing, he needs people running in behind.
Yeah. He's got the pace, but he doesn't need it.
I know what you're saying, but there's times when he is like comes to the halfway line and like there's just no one up there to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He does have a tendency to drop it deep and get the ball and then try to foil a pass. It doesn't always work.
Strange decision for Kane to drop deep if there's no one running behind him. But speaking of strange decisions, Nottingham Forest.
Oh, good.
Sack Nuno. I think we said a couple of weeks ago on the pod that he's going to be in trouble as soon as he loses a game. He's lost the game 3-0. He's gone. He's got a bit of a tendency, hasn't he, Nuno, for throwing his toys at his pram. So I think he's done it.
I think he fell out of Edu, didn't he? And
Marinakis.
Yeah.
So, firstly we'll talk about what you think about them sacking him.
I think it's absolutely unrealistically harsh in the fact that they got rid of him for whatever reason. The man has saved them from promotion after was it 2 points or 4 points? I would deduct in the end.
What, from relegation?
From when they in the season they were right at the bottom.
Was it?
Forest.
Did Nuno come in for that?
Forest.
I'm pretty sure he actually comes for Steve Cooper, didn't he? Halfway through.
He saved them from relegation the season they were docked points.
They only docked, was it?
If only about 2 or 4, wasn't it?
4, I think.
But and then I think literally a season later he's got them into Europe.
He's there for 2 years, yeah.
And then I don't care how upset you are with him. He's got the right to dictate or ask for a certain element of
but he shouldn't
from there. And it's going, look, I need a bit of backing here or something. I don't know what's gone in there.
But he was been back. They spent a fortune.
Yeah.
So I do.
But he's also lost players.
I have a little bit.
I just can't see that half of them players are his though, because they've got about 5 left backs. Like who is it? Like they got like Neco Williams now, Zinchenko.
Zinchenko wants to play centre mid.
I was going to say he might
be
doing the same thing.
He was centre mid though, wasn't he? Before he went to City.
I think he's desperate to play in midfield.
He's technically very good, Zinchenko as well.
The baffling thing about it is who they've replaced him with.
Yeah,
Postecoglou.
But
it was quick as well, wasn't it?
Postecoglou's not a good manager.
But
not? Nuno sits back and catches teams on the break.
Mm-hmm.
Postecoglou plays like all
high
out.
press. High press.
It's going to be strange how they're going to...
It'd be interesting to see how he gets on.
I wasn't a fan of Postecoglou at Tottenham.
Yeah, but you don't like Tottenham.
I don't dislike Tottenham. I'm ambiguous.
You don't like Tottenham.
Okay. But yeah, it's... it'll be interesting to see how he does with Forest. Will it be a case of it didn't work at Tottenham, or it didn't work? The players didn't get the right players in, or how is it? How is it? Is he going to translate his football to Forest? Like I said, it's a hugely different game from going from sit and counter to high press. You're going to require an entirely different level of fitness.
You've got McAtee. You've got obviously Morgan Gibbs-White. You've got McAtee, Morgan Gibbs-White, Emmanuel Anderson. You've got Douglas Luiz out there as well.
That's a good signing.
That's a really good signing.
And their centre-back pair's really good. Aina, Neco Williams left back. They've got a lot of good young players that probably could.
But are any of those players really cut out for high press? Douglas Luiz, absolute class player. I see him more as a tick-over player that likes to gets the ball, moves it,
He's a number
keeps it.
6, isn't he? I
Yeah,
don't think
he'll
be
move the ball
tearing
left
off
and
the
right.
players.
That's the bit. He's not the one chasing after the McAtee. Maybe Young could be doing it. I don't know.
He could like hit and pick
Wood's
teams
not
on
going
the
to be able
break.
to play a high press all season.
No, they've got that.
Do you know what I mean? He had his
Brazilian
best season,
striker,
and that was
haven't
because he was getting in the. It was sticking between the goalposts and getting the ball in there.
Have you seen though that Postecoglou wanted McAtee at Tottenham, and all of a sudden Forest have signed McAtee. 3 days later, Nuno said.
I see that Braga done some TikTok saying, "So glad we have to play. We're not playing Ange in his second season." or something. They got him in a few weeks. I thought it was absolutely class.
I think it's a brave decision, but what you
Sometimes
could
they
say
work.
is Forest have done what. So they got obviously promoted with his name's escaped me. Manager just said his name.
Who's this?
Cooper.
Cooper,
So
yeah.
Cooper got them out. Sort of done okay. Was out the relegation zone. They got rid of him. Nuno's then kicked on again from him. They've sacked him again. Questionable decision, but if it continues that sort of forward,
I think the difference is though. I don't know much about Cooper or what, but to go from him
he's
to
terrible
Nuno,
at Leicester though. Cooper.
yeah, to go from someone to Nuno who's been experienced in the Premier League, that seemed to be more of an intelligent signing. Where I think they capitalised on Levy being trigger happy with Nuno. Like getting rid of him was.
No, he
baffling.
went to Saudi after that.
Was it Saints and they got rid of Atkins? Everyone was fuming. And did
It
they
was
get Poch?
Pochettino, yeah.
And then that was like that worked really well, didn't it? Like everyone was
His
furious at
first
the
game
time.
was against Tottenham, which I always found that funny.
Saints
And
Poch?
and Saints, yeah.
So everyone was fuming. Like, I remember everyone fuming about Atkins being fired because he'd done all right. And then, like I say, you get Poch in, a bit unknown, but it works. And after 6 months down the line, you're not even talking about it anymore. You're like how.
We'll see. I just think it's the
I think it's
change
very
of
brash.
football. Why didn't they do it in the summer?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they'd have had a leg to stand on if they sacked him in the summer. Like why would
They
you
could have
done
parted
it?
way by mutual. I don't think Nuno should have come out saying what he should have said. Like, if you feel like that, talk like because he said, "Oh, our relationship's not as good."
You don't know what's been said.
He might have been trying all this,
But he's
behind
done
the
it
doors
before. He has done it before, Nuno. So, moving on. Shall we talk about this weekend's fixtures? The Premier League's back again after a short break.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Villa start to say it's good football now because they bloody well will now.
So, obviously, shall we start with the early kick-off and just give a quick
little run through.
opinion on what we
Is
think?
there a Friday night kick off or is it starting Saturday morning?
Saturday morning.
Saturday
morning.
morning,
Check
isn't
that
it?
fifth
What am I
out.
supposed to do on Friday night?
So the early kick-off perfectly puts us into Arsenal Nottingham Forest. What a game for
Big
Postecoglou
Ange.
at the Emirates.
I don't know. There's a small part of me that wants to see Postecoglou do woeful, just because there's another team to go behind him.
I quite like him, Postecoglou.
No,
I
every
like
time I
him.
put Madison in my fantasy team, he bloody benched him.
I
Don't like him.
think they're going to be in for a tough season now because they're going to have to
It'll either be one of those things where the new manager bounce will come in and it'll work, or then they'll start finding leaks in the system, or
I
it'll take
think-
them 4 or 5 games to just adjust to the system no matter what they do.
I think first 3-4 weeks, maybe as far as 8 weeks, they'll look really good. They'll come out flying. I think then they're going to start to pick up injuries and start to fall down the table.
It depends what sort of effect Nuno was having in the dressing room. If there was a negative element in the dressing room from all this thing being done, him saying stuff in the press, having a bad influence with the owner, whether that goes now and there's like a small weight lifted on the squad, now Postecoglou comes in, everyone's a bit happy, right, come on, we'll go, the morale goes up. There might well be that first 5 or 6 games, they just have a massive push because everyone's feeling good, everyone's enjoying themselves and they get back on it.
Who's winning then?
The way
Arsenal or
you're
Forest?
so,
I hope Arsenal, because I want Arsenal
the
to
way
take
you're so
Liverpool.
open about it as well, you'd think that would be pressing on the dressing room a bit because if he's out on it in interviews, surely it's like in the squad as well. Like,
It's one of those things that you can imagine the squad all sat in the change rooms watching his interview on TV and go,
One
that's
word
it.
answer,
Early-
Chalky. Arsenal Forest.
early kick off, I'm gonna go 1-0.
Brave. You didn't actually say a score, did you?
no, I didn't. 3-1 Arsenal.
And I will go 3-2 Arsenal. I think Forest are going to come out, look stronger, but I think eventually Arsenal will have too much. Bournemouth, Brighton, 3 o'clock kickoff. So the next 5 games, all 3 o'clock kickoffs.
Both of those have been they've been like I think they've looked good.
last
I've
time
watched
out,
Bournemouth a little bit. They look good. I've watched Brighton very minimal, but they got a really good result against City.
They didn't look in it until they scored. Though.
No, but I think both of those teams have had moments of brilliance in them. That Semedo goal against
I'm
Liverpool,
going-
wonderful, and Brighton coming from 2-1 or 1-0 down to...
2-1 Bournemouth. Semedo's going to score because I've just transferred him into my fantasy team.
Oh, well, I'm not putting him in then because you do fall flat in his face now.
I'm going to go 0-0.
No, I think there's goals in that game. 2-2.
2-2. Desmond. Crystal Palace Sunderland. Massive for Palace to keep hold of Mark Gay. Massive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Still got Matthias, Sarr.
That's
They've
some
got
quality players.
Yeah.
Jeremy Pino they've signed.
Yeah. Oh. See, I think Palace.
Nuno's at right back.
I think Palace at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Palace at home.
Yeah, see, I'm going to have a few Palace players in my FPL this week, I think. And I think I might go with 3-0 Palace win.
Ooh. 2-1 Palace win. I think Palace will just be in control of the game for most of it, but I think Isidore to come on and get another goal.
Part of me wants to say 4-1, but I feel it's a bit ridiculous.
I think Palace dominate.
I think Sunderland have looked good.
2-0 Palace.
2-0.
Who has Sunderland played so far?
I think
They
Sunderland
played-
have just got goals in them.
Brentford.
Brentford and West Ham are the two they've beaten, then they lost to Burnley.
They lost 2-0 to Burnley. It's the only game they haven't scored in.
Yeah, so
Well,
this
Away from home.
realistically, this
They haven't
Yeah.
scored away yet.
obviously Brentford
Well,
are
it's due.
probably on the downfall this year, like slightly more than the last few years.
And West Ham are really
And
poor.
I think Palace are going to be the first, like sort of like, let's see what the Premier League is about now.
So you're saying I should stick to my 4-1?
Well, I'm going 3-0.
2-1.
2-0. Everton Villa.
It's a tough one because surely Villa have got to come back soon,
That's what worries me.
Yeah.
but like say you,
International
it's
break.
sort of like
Mm.
they've got to come good soon, but obviously Everton have come out flying since first game was a write off. But I think that, like you say, like I think you boys have said as well, like this new season buzz sort of thing, like back in the Premier League, that was always going to be a tough game. But I think
What worries me is that it's been an international break. It came at the wrong time for Everton, and I think traditionally teams in a new stadium tend to win their first game and then struggle. So it does worry me. I think we should be looking to win 1-0. I think 1-0.
Should you say we should be looking to win 1-0?
No, my prediction's 1-0, but Everton should be looking to win.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
this game worries me a bit because Villa. I'm waiting for Villa
to
to.
on Villa because I think they've gone out, haven't they? They've got
the most played fixture in...
a
Is it top flight history or just Premier League history?
Neither.
Yeah, it's one of the most top...
It's definitely not Premier League. Villa have been out of it.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure we've got one of the most amount of games between Everton and Villa's most commonly
Everton
played
and
game.
Arsenal have been in.
Yeah, I'm sure Everton and Villa... Yeah, we could get them in the cup.
I like Villa as well, but
I think we lost to the occasion against Leeds. Leeds, like Harry says, the first game back in the Premier League, that was Leeds night.
Yeah.
And then Brighton lost to our occasion, which was, like I say, for our first game in our new stadium. And then we edged Wolves, really. Our defensively,
we
looked
battered
poor.
Wolves and they scored 2
We
goals
edged
and made
on
it
the
tight.
on the
Battered
score. We
Wolves.
edged them. I agree. We were much better the team, but they got 2 goals. We got 3.
Score prediction.
3-1 Everton.
Good. I'm glad you said we won, otherwise I was changing mine. Will says Villa's defence doesn't look good, so that does give me hope.
That's enough going back to England though. I think Esri Konsa as well. I think he looked really good. I like Konsa.
Hopefully he has a bad game this weekend.
I
Fulham
wasn't-
Leeds, Craven Cottage.
Is this
Fulham Leeds, Craven Cottage.
again? No, a proper
2-0.
Premier League team. I think I'll go Mike with that one. 2-0.
2-0 Fulham. I think Leeds didn't look great.
3-1 Fulham.
I think Fulham have just got slightly more quality, more experience.
They've got a lot more quality.
They're just a solid Premier League team for them, aren't they? Like,
Yeah. They've bought clever over the
Yeah.
past sort of 3 or 4 years.
Newcastle United, Wolves.
Oh,
I think this may be the game where Newcastle start to look lively.
I don't
Be
know.
interesting
They've
to
got,
see
they've got
a
One
few
nil
signings, haven't it?
1-0
Yeah.
1-0 Wolves.
The thing is,
Savage.
I don't know. I don't know much about this Walter Mady, but
Including in how to say his name.
well, Walter Made or whatever, then I don't care. If a striker doesn't click straight away, it can be a struggle for a team because then you've got to rely on goals from other places.
They got Wissa. Although Wissa went off injured, didn't he? International
yeah.
break.
So I think
It'd be. I tell you what would be funny if Strand Larsen got the winner. That would be funny.
because he was supposed to go to
Yeah, that
Newcastle.
would be good. I'm praying for
I'm
Strand
gonna
Larsen.
go to. I'm not sure.
Is that home or away for Newcastle?
It's home for
Home,
Newcastle. I
St
think
James.
2-1. I think 2-1 Newcastle.
I think Wolves
Go
are
for a lot of
quite
those this week.
poor defensively, and I think a better team then Everton on the day would have absolutely.
It could potentially be a nice team for Newcastle to play on their first game to get their strikers some confidence.
For that reason, I'm going 3-0 Newcastle because I think
I was going to go 4.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope they lose though. Savage. Just for Savage's sake.
We're not being savage. There's a bloke we know called James Savage, just so everyone knows.
West Ham United, who hopefully will be coming on the podcast soon as well, so you'll all get to see James Savage.
Maybe after their first win, so in a few weeks.
Yeah, give it Christmas. West Ham, Tottenham, 5:30 kickoff.
See, West Ham, I thought actually looked. It was a boring game, but they scored that first goal against Forest, and it actually looked good. Like they actually looked knocking it around. But
I think that's just a blip for Forest. I think so. I'm going to go.
Tottenham had a blip
Tottenham
against.
Back to winning ways.
Tottenham had a blip.
I can't see Thomas Frank losing 2 on the spin. So
No. Who did they just lose to?
and then you got
It was
Xavi
Bournemouth.
Simmons and Kolo Muani on deadline day, didn't they?
Mm.
I don't know anything about Conan Wine.
I think their midfield will have too much for him. I
Yeah.
think Tottenham midfield will be too strong. I'm going 2-1 Spurs.
Oh,
Late winner.
I'm
Richarlison.
gonna go 3-1 Spurs.
I'm going to go 4-1. I think they'll edge it at half time, and I think they'll just pull away.
If you just drop in the comments what scores you agree with and don't agree with, and also if you want to chuck a few predictions in, if anyone gets a few right, we'll give you a shout out. But moving on to Sunday's games, this first one I think is a home banker. Burnley-Liverpool score predictions? Or tell us what you think about the game.
I think 1-0 Burnley. I think they looked flat. They looked flat. I think you looked flat against Arsenal, and you were lucky. They were almost too respectful of you. But I just have a feeling Burnley will pinch a 1-0 win. I'm going to keep predicting their 1-0 win until they get their 1-0 pinch, and then I'll be
What
right.
happened last year, didn't it? After the international break, Forest beat us 1-0, and it was only lost.
That was, to be fair, but Forest had a great season, so it looked awful at the time. But as the season went on, it looked like
Liverpool don't look great though, have they? They do keep winning, but
they get the points on the board. That's what matters, unfortunately.
I think you're going to have far too much of Burnley though. You're probably going to put three or four parts.
It's at Turf Moor, is it? Yeah.
I'm going to go 3 now.
3-0.
Only a 2-1. Burnley from a set piece, but Liverpool to win.
Fair enough.
You're sticking with 1-0 Burnley?
Damn right I am.
Good. Big game of the weekend, City United.
Haaland coming back off.
Bottom of the table clash.
Problem is, United tend to turn up against City, don't they?
Yeah,
It's the derby, isn't it?
They
It's,
do turn up.
I talk to someone every day. And
you can't take anything into account with the derby, unfortunately.
As it last year, they just looked out of it at 1-0 and just come back. I think Bruno penalty and then Ahmad scored in the last few minutes.
United do seem to turn up against like them, and most of the time against you.
Yeah.
I know there's been the odd big
It's
score.
that bitter rivalry, isn't it?
I think if City can get a couple of early goals, especially being at home.
I think
I think if City go 2-0 up at any point, the game will be dead and buried. But if Man United keep themselves in it, they could either get a win or
Haaland's
a draw.
coming back off a 5-goal game for Norway, isn't he?
I've still got to even get 6. If that lad had given him that, I know he got 4, I think, as well, didn't he? But if they'd have given that penalty, he scored 6 goals.
Should triple captain Haaland this weekend, I reckon.
Well, with Man United's
I'm
defence,
wild card.
it's not a bad shout.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's early.
I'm not sure whether wildcard or not.
So score prediction.
It's a derby. It's horrible to predict a derby. You can be fantastically wrong. I'm going to go 3-1 City. As it's at the Etihad.
I'm going to go for a fucking onslaught.
Oh.
I'm going to go 5-1 City.
Jesus, I was thinking 4-1.
Right, there we are. 3-1, 4-1, 5-1.
I'll go 4-2, just to be a little bit different.
I just don't think United.
There's quite a big game in the Championship this Sunday at lunchtime.
Yeah.
You boys want to just
Saints
give a little bit
Oh,
of
who Wrexham playing?
Saints Pompey. I think a few of our, especially Hickers, will be disappointed if we don't touch on it, and a few of our listeners are Southampton
The old
fans.
South Coast derby.
What are your thoughts? Because I don't think there's a million miles off them form-wise this season.
Well,
In fact, Portsmouth are actually 5 places above Southampton, 2 points better off.
Oh, they've done very well, haven't they? That's a good start to the season for them. I thought they would add on last year, but it is
They've
absolutely
got Josh Murphy, Jacob Murphy's brother, isn't he? And he's sort of top for he is top for Pompey. I think Saints might have that a little bit too much for them. I think Saints might edge that one 2-0.
I don't know. There's a small part of me that just thinks that the last time these two played, didn't Saints batter Pompey? Was it 4-1 last time they played?
There was.
It was a little while ago.
Then,
Yeah, it was a while ago, wasn't it? But
I think Danny Ings scored a couple that night.
Might have done. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was 4-1. But I just have a feeling Pompey are gonna just want it a bit more. I think there's Saints at home. They should win. There's a lot of expectation on them, and they almost buckled to that against Wrexham, but they just had too much quality for Wrexham. Manning did a lovely free kick, and then the pressure paid off. But I think Pompey could pinch it. I really do. I think it could be 2-1 Pompey.
2-1 Pompey.
I'm going 2-0 Saints.
See, I do have a little bit of a soft spot for Portsmouth.
Really?
So I apologise for Hickeys and our Saints fans. Yeah, I do quite like
I hated
Portsmouth.
Pompey.
I don't know if it's because I've played at Fratton Park or what, but I've always had a little bit of a... I just think Portsmouth are a very passionate fan base, and I think you do well to find that kind of
Can't beat Jermaine Defoe and Peter Crouch days.
Oh. So
Harry Redknapp.
With it being at St Mary's, I can't see Portsmouth winning, but I'm going to go 2-2, I think.
I think a lot of the times with teams like this that you don't support or you do play frequently, especially for me and you, we lived in Portsmouth for a while, Fareham for a while, so we had a lot of Pompey fans we went to school with, and then we kind of moved up here, or down here.
A lot of United fans as well.
Yeah, there was. And then we'd say to a lot of Saints fans, you tend to have feelings for the teams, how you interact with their fans. When we interact with a lot of Pompey fans, I didn't like them because they were all idiots. And then we moved down here and had a lot of idiot Saints fans, so I'm not particularly romantic towards either of them, but I think Pompey might just be a bit more up for it.
And
do you see someone still, what's that big fat bloke called? John Westwood, is it?
Yeah, Mr. Pompey, isn't it?
Someone nicked his
wig
at
Romsey
they played Romsey, didn't they? What was that in?
I don't know, it must have, surely that's not the first team who've gone out there played that.
Nah, you wouldn't think so.
There was a team in the Championship that had a game called off because of international call-ups.
There's
was
quite
it
a
League
few.
One? Yeah, there's a couple.
The Championship are always off.
Is it always?
There was League 1 and League 2 games that were off as well.
There was a couple of League 1 and League 2 games called off as well. I didn't know if the Championship still called all of them off, but yeah, I guess there's enough from other countries, isn't there?
So they've only got sort of a few minutes left. There was quite a big game at Anfield last weekend, Chalky. I don't know if you saw it or saw the result.
Cracking hat-trick.
It was Liverpool women 1, Everton women 4. And I think I just want to touch on that because Everton women have played Liverpool women 6 times at Anfield and have won all 6.
Jesus.
So I would give
at least one Everton
anything for the men to have a record similar to that. But
we're just like England. We leave it to the women to do the real work.
They just don't seem to be able to.
I'll see.
To do it, the men do.
New signing got a hat trick on a debut. That's that. I don't care who you are, what you play. That's a special day for you.
Yeah, I did see a lot of uproar about the Liverpool women's team in the summer. Actually, saying they sold. I think they sold someone, and there's a lot of Liverpool women fans angry about it, saying, "Oh, they're selling all the best players, not replacing them." This, that, and the other.
Probably balancing the PSR for the men's team.
Yes, I expect so.
The Everton's women were sold. So
yeah,
I think
they're selling the players and the team.
That's how we afforded Jack Grealish.
I don't know how true it was, but I remember seeing something like a lot of women's teams they actually run at a loss. Well, I don't know how true that is.
I know. Yeah, a lot of them.
I mean,
they came out saying the NBA women run at a loss, and all the loads of women's teams technically run at a loss. But how true that is, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's just
because I imagine a lot of what they're saying costs is the same for men. Like the facilities, they use the same facilities, they use the same all buses and all that sort of stuff. It's the same. They're just sort of saying the one transaction is 2 effectively, isn't it? But it's
So you can't say we're not diverse on this podcast, can you? Well, I mean, it's just under 45 minutes, but we'll call it there tonight, lads. International break, so the pod's not probably as long as we'd like it.
More to talk about next week.
But we also don't just want to ramble on about shit like...
we'll have some more VAR things to talk about next week.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we'll avoid
there was a
talking
good
about...
3 or 4 dodgy decisions that we hate.
I was going to say, we probably should avoid talking about refs this week with all in the news about a certain referee who didn't like Jurgen Klopp very much. I don't know, you're looking blankly, have you not
No, I have heard.
Mr. Coot, but thank you for listening, thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll be back up to 4 of us again next week. If you haven't already, just give us a subscribe, please. Follow us on TikTok, we're growing quite well on there. Chalky puts out some corkers of videos on there. If you're lucky, you'll find one of them shirtless.
Big hairy chest.
So
keep an eye out for us singing as well. We're waiting for that.
Yeah, so we are hoping to go live as well this week at some point on TikTok. So we'll keep you all updated. But thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later.
If you are liking the content here at the Armchair's View, then please drop us a follow and give us a like. We would really appreciate it.